One of the most delicious things to eat. I'm going to show you how to do it with a home hack to get restaurant quality results with minimum effort. Let's do it. As always, there's a full list of the ingredients in the description below, or you can take a screenshot now. There's quite a few ingredients, but we're going to break it down into three sections: the Bao Bun, the Char Siu sauce, and the finishing. So we're going to start by making the bao dough. We're going to put in 140 grams of filtered water. We're going to put 14 grams of double cream, and we're going to put 14 grams of dried active yeast. You can use fresh yeast if you got it, just put 30 grams instead. And then we're going to add 26 grams of caster sugar. So we're going to give that a mix, and then we're going to leave it to stand for 5 minutes to allow the yeast to activate. Then we're going to put 240 grams of flour, 5 grams of salt, 3 grams of baking powder, and give that a good mix just to make sure it's all incorporated. And now we're going to add all of the yeast mix. Now we're going to get it into a machine, or you can work it by hand until the dough has come away nicely from the side of the bowl. This will take about 5 minutes to get the right gluten development. Remove from the bowl and bring it all together, and we're going to put it into an oiled bowl. We're going to cling film it and leave it to prove at room temperature around 21 degrees for 45 minutes. Obviously, depending on your room temperature, the time may vary, but you want it to double in size. So while that's proving, we're going to make the Char Siu sauce. We're going to start with the seasoning. That's 20 grams of ginger and garlic paste. That's 50-50 ginger and garlic. 30 grams of dark soy sauce. We're going to add 4 grams of fish sauce and 20 grams of cornflour. We're going to mix that together and make it into a nice paste, and we're going to use that to thicken the sauce. This is like an umami powerhouse, and it's going to take our sauce to the next level. So now we're going to make the sauce. We're going to take 40 grams of rice wine vinegar. You can use white wine if we haven't got it. And we're going to add 100 grams of caster sugar to a pan. We're going to add 4 grams of smoked paprika and 5 spice. That's about a teaspoon of each. We're going to mix that up and then bring it up to the boil. Once it's up to the boil, we're going to put in the seasoning and boil it until it's thickened for about a minute. That's going to cook out the garlic, ginger and flour. And that's going to taste absolutely incredible now. While that's cooling down, we're going to take these chilies and we're going to slice them on the angle. We're going to put them into a bowl, and we're going to cover them with vinegar and season them with salt, and we're going to leave that to marinate until we need them later. Do a load of these, it's a great thing to have in the fridge. Next up is the salted carrot. We're just going to take some carrots and we're going to peel them. Then we're going to cut them and we're going to slice them on the mandolin. A couple of millimeters thick. If you haven't got a mandolin, you can use a vegetable peeler. It's not the same, but you'll get similar results. Just peel it to get thin strips, and then we're going to take a knife and we're going to cut it into thin strips, also known as julienne in the restaurant. So once we've done that, we're going to put it into the bowl, we're going to season it with salt, and that's just going to bring out all the flavour and allow the carrot to break down. In top restaurants all around the world, we would take our pork, we'd marinate and brine for 12 hours, we'd vacuum pack it with herbs, spices, aromatics, we'd water bath it at low temperatures for 24 hours. We can do this at home, but there's a better way. Home hack time. So, you get this pork in most supermarkets. It's normally under description slow cooked, and it is incredibly tender, and it saves you a lot of time. It's done by the same companies that produce stocks and sauces for Michelin star restaurants. Add our Char Siu sauce to this, give it a good mix, it will blow your mind. When the dough is double in size, it is time to shape. We're going to tip it out onto the bench and make a hole in the middle. We're just going to run it around our fingers to stretch it so that you have a nice even thickness. Now after we've stretched it out to an even thickness, we're going to put it on the bench and we're going to cut into 50 gram pieces. The best way to do this is to take one piece, weigh it, get a benchmark, and then start weighing them all out to 50 grams. After they're all weighed out to 50 grams, we're going to roll them into smooth balls. And when they're all rolled out, we're going to cover it in cling film to stop them getting dry. So now it's time to finish the shaping of the bao buns. You need to get a little bowl with oil and a pastry brush ready, and you also need to get some grease-proof squares. So once we've got all this ready, we are ready for the final shaping. You want to take a ball of dough and you want to pin it out as far as it will go. Once you think it's as far as it will go, like so, brush it with oil, fold it in half, and then lay it onto a grease-proof square. Then we're going to put it into a tray and we're going to cover it and we're going to give it its final proof for about 45 minutes, obviously room temperature depending. While it's coming to the end of the proof, we've got a pan of water on the boil. We load these bao buns into our bamboo steamer, we put the lid on and we steam them for 15 minutes. And now for the moment of truth, and they're ready. They are beautiful, light and fluffy. I mean, look at that texture. So now it's time to finish them and take them to the next level. What we want to do is we want to warm our Char Siu Pork. Then we're going to load it generously into the bao bun. We're going to top it with our salted carrot, and we're going to add some sliced spring onions and our pickled chili. Now for that special touch, I'm going to add my Pickled Magnolia. It is exactly like pickled ginger, and if you haven't tried it, check out my recipe. I'll link to it now. It will blow your mind. And for the final touch, we're just going to put a skewer through both sides to hold it into place and top it with freshly picked coriander. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up and be sure to subscribe as I'm serving up new videos every single week. That's my steamed bao buns with Char Siu Pork. I've been the London Chef. Thank you for watching.